morning everyone, I'm Joan. Today I'm going to take you through a small presentation I've put together of how some of the characters in the play relates to some major themes found. Please enjoy the presentation. So the first character I'm going to be talking about is Oedipus. We all know how Oedipus is a great king, a loyal husband and father, but he also has his bad behaviors like being arrogant.
I mean to spare you, and myself. Ask me no more. It is useless. It will tell you nothing. Nothing? Insolent scoundrel. Will you never speak? I say that the killer you are seeking is yourself. Do you think you can say such things with impunity?
Okay, so that's how Oedipus got angry with Tiresias. Now let's look at another situation.
Well, sir? What brings you here? Have you the face to stand before my door? Proved plotter against my life, thief of my crown? Do you take me for a coward, or a fool?
Would any man exchange a quiet life, with royal rank assured, for an uneasy throne? To be a king, was never part of my ambition. Enough for me to live a kingly life.
Oedipus mainly exhibits the following themes: abuse of power, duty versus personal happiness, mood management, and fate. Abuse of power is very common for Oedipus, as we saw in the above situations, because he threatens Creon, Tiresias, the messenger, and the shepherd. And that's how Oedipus' overwhelming sense of pride is apparent throughout the play. Oedipus believed that he can overcome his fate reflects his pride. He believes that his fate will not apply to him, discarding what Tiresias says. Even though he's seen as a powerful ruler, his sense of ego is what ends up dooming him, reconciling him the fact that his fate cannot be overcome. As I said before, Oedipus also has his good sides to look at. Despite him being arrogant to everyone, regardless of their age, we can observe him being a loyal king who sacrifices his personal happiness for the duty of king.
Act, defend yourself, your former glory. Your country calls you savior. Now rule our land. You know you have the power, but rule a land of living, not a wasteland. How could I fail to see? Your pain strikes each of you alone, each in the confines of himself. No other, but my spirit grieves for the city, for myself and all of you. I wasn't asleep, dreaming. I have wept through the nights, you must know that.
Now we saw how Oedipus was already worried about what's happening to his people. In fact, we get to read that he has dispatched his brother-in-law Creon to visit an oracle and find out the source of the plague. We also saw how Oedipus cares for his people and is very responsible being a loyal king to the city of Thebes. Therefore, Oedipus is a great king and a very devoted husband and father, but he often lets his emotions to control him and is tempted by his pride and fear. Now the next character we'll be looking at is Jocasta. Jocasta is both Oedipus' wife and mother, sister of Creon and former wife of King Laius. Major themes relatable to Jocasta in this play are fate, ignorance, and mood management. When we observe closely at Jocasta, the first thing we notice is that she has a very heavy heart. When King Laius and Jocasta were told about the prophecy, Jocasta instructed to have baby Oedipus die of exposure, knowing very little that he would survive.
As for the child, it was but 3 days old when Laius, its ankles pierced and pinned together, gave it to be cast away by others on the trackless mountainside. So then Apollo brought it not to pass that the child should be his father's murderer. Laius was not to be slain by his own son, as was the prophet's horoscope.
Here we see how Jocasta has no responsibility for the infanticide she performed. Now let's look at another situation.
There is still to fear, my mother.
Fear? What has a man to do with fear? Chance rules our lives, and the future is all unknown. Best live as best we may, from day to day. Nor need this mother marrying frighten you, such things must be forgotten, if life is to be endured.
This scene showed that Jocasta is completely ignorant of the truth that her own son Oedipus has killed her former husband and that she has slept with her son. Jocasta is a very genuine character. She is a very good peacekeeper who can calm a quarrel down very smartly, but she lives in a world full of extreme emotions where we see her jumping into drastic conclusions when she finds out the actual truth. So for Oedipus, the irony of fate brings him downfall. The gods have already decided Oedipus and Jocasta's fate before they even know it. Trying to avoid this seems to be pointless. Both Oedipus and Jocasta abruptly destroy their life trying to escape their fate. One of the interesting characters in this play is Creon, as his personality remains mysterious till the end of the play. One of the major themes that relates to Creon are duplicity of character. We see Creon defending his integrity to Oedipus by declaring his unwillingness to claim the throne. Here's the situation where he refuses the throne.
Proved plotter against my life, thief of my crown? Kingdoms are won by men and money bags.
Treason? That's not my policy. Nor if I know it, I am not yet so besotted to seek more honors that are good for me. I stand in all men's favor, I am all men's friend. Why? Those who seek your audience, ask for me, knowing that way the surest to success.
We just saw Creon arguing with Oedipus that he has no desire to claim the throne. This argument at this point in the play forces us to feel sympathetic towards Creon since Oedipus has just ordered Creon's banishment. Even though we as an audience observe Creon as remaining calm throughout the play, we are not informed that Creon might be duplicitous and may have intentions to claim the throne in a secret way. But in the climax of the play, when Oedipus begs Creon to claim the throne, Creon, rather than mocking Oedipus, who has accused him of terrible things, Creon is remained gentle. From this, we get a perception that it is only at Oedipus' request that Creon banishes him from the city. So that is how everyone, some of the main characters in this play relate to some of the major themes we have already looked at. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and listening.